Hey, I'm Emily and this is Get Offset. And today I'm here with a pedal I am afraid to pronounce. It's the Tsukuyomi? Help. I'm sorry. This was not like... So when I was a kid, I was sent to a school called the Academy of World Languages. And Japanese, which I assume that this is the language of, was not the program my parents chose to put me into. They put me in Russian. So I asked like 5 people. They all had different answers. It's a mid-range booster from Ground Control Audio. And I'm excited to try it out. And it's super simple. It's a lot more simple than the last boost, which had so many whatchadoodles going on. But yeah, here's the gain. And to the right is standard. And to the left, it boosts your mids. Yeah, I'm sorry I did look at that, but I wanted to make sure I got the ranges right because it boosts when you have it to the left there. It boosts mids from 880 hertz to a kilohertz. And then the boost is 12 decibels, so we can get quite a bit louder. I'm going to play this into my Strymon Iridium round B, and I have my mids all the way down on that. So it's where the mids are already scooped, and that's how we're going to do it on the Iridium. On the bass, I just have the Fender Rumble Studio 40, and I will turn the mids down all the way on that as well. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the demo. Please like, comment, subscribe below. Please tell me how to pronounce this. I'm just not good at pronouncing things. And before you shame somebody for pronouncing things, recognize that when someone says a word wrong, like superfluous or epitome, it's because they've only ever read that word and have never heard it said out loud. So let's not judge people for misspeaking. All right, see you in a second. All right, I got my Squier Paranormal Series offset Telecaster. Middle position, stock bridge, Lollar royalty in the neck. Strymon Iridium round B, I think I mentioned that. Gain all the way down, level at 9 o'clock, mids all the way down, treble at 1, bass at like 10. I don't know. No, like, what is that number? 4. So I picked the Strymon Iridium because my tube amp is on the Fritz, my Silvertone, but it's really responsive. I think it's about as close to tube amp as it needs to be. So that's why I chose to do that. If you don't agree with me, don't watch the rest of the video. I won't judge you, like you've judged me. All right. Let's check our level, shall we? I'm flipping just a little. That is quite a bit better. Alright. So, no mids boosted. Just going to turn it on with this guy all the way to the left. I'm going to turn the gain on the Iridium now to about 9. Going to bump that to 12. Now we hear it. Let's do 230. All right. we're cooking with gas. Let's just turn it up all the way. I mean, it's a pretty clean amp. So obviously it drives it, you know. Like, yes, that was louder, but the bigger part was pushing to get more gain through the amp. But let's check it out with the mids. Leaving the amp at, let's leave it at about a 3 o'clock gain, so. All right, so that obviously drives the Iridium, so it's going to drive any tube amp you throw at it. Also, the mids cut through the mix. Well, not that there's really a mix to cut through in this demo, but imagine with a full band, it'll really cut through the mix for anything like solo, lead stuff. So even if you do have the that gain all the way down, it's going to make a difference in your ability to not just be muddied with the rest of the instrumentation in your group. So that's obviously fun. You like to stand out. That's why you play guitar, because you want to be up front and center. If you wanted to be back in the back of the stage, no offense to drummers, you'd play the drums. Yeah, that was a joke. I'm so sorry. I love drummers. I envy drummers. But next, I'm going to try this. I think I already mentioned this earlier. With the Arborist by Spruce Effects, and see how it drives this kind of medium gain pedal, and how that compares. I'm going to keep the gain down on the Iridium for this one to really let the pedal shine. And then I'm going to try this little mid-range booster before and after the Iridium. And then I'm going to repeat the entire process on bass. Don't worry, hopefully this won't be like the world's longest video. Thank you so much, and please keep watching. Alright, I am back with the Arborist from Spruce Effects. I have tried very hard to get these pedals straight. It is just not completely happening because they're not Velcroed on the bottom. But if you haven't already watched my demo for the Arborist by Spruce Effects, I mean, you don't have to pause this video to watch it, but I recommend watching it after. I'll have a link at the end of the video to watch it. So we're going to see how this our little mid-range booster boosts the Arborist. Not that the Arborist doesn't have enough mids to work with, but just to be on the safe side, I've got the tone at noon, I've got the gain at noon, the volume at about 3, fat toggle is up. On this right now, as we start, I'm going to have the gain all the way down, and I'm going to have the mids off, so. With the Arborist. Let's start boosting that. Turn the volume up there. So yeah, it makes it more distortion-y versus let's crank that gain there. Back to noon. But the only thing better than like being louder or more like gainy during a solo is to boost your damn mids. You can hear a difference, can't you? Yeah, I mean, it's not for like all the time. I think that if you just have mids on all the time, it's gonna sound like gross. That's just how I would describe it, as gross. But if you, in like key parts of a song, if you really want to stand out, that's the business, dude. Nice, nice. All right, cool. So that's like it driving the arborist. Just a little bit of it because I don't want this video to be 40 minutes long. But yeah, so next I'm going to put the arborist in front of our little mid-range booster, the Tsukuyomi. I'm so sorry. I should have looked that up harder than I did, though I did look it up and I tried. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so we're going to try that. The arborist before boosted mids, because I think that's a really fun thing to do. I do it on the automaton. You can just toggle do it your mids before or after the Benson preamp. So, yeah, I'm going to see how it sounds with the arborist. And then I guess we'll move on to bass probably. All right. I'll see you in a second. All right. Mids after the arborist into the Iridium, with the gain all the way down on the Iridium, mids all the way down on the Iridium, round B, as you know, same thing you've just heard. Let's try that with the mids engaged. So again, not driving the pedal. Well, not again. This is the first time you're hearing it. Not driving the pedal because it's behind the pedal. Probably driving the Iridium a smidge. But those mids are really going to help you cut through a mix when it's time for your solo. Crank the gain. Compared to Alright, next we're gonna play with it on the bass some. Check that out. I'm gonna have fun doing it. I can make no promises to how it'll sound. But if it sounds anything like the guitar, it'll sound good. Alright, see you in a second. So that's my clean sound on my Fender Studio 40 Mustang Player Series bass. I think I want it to the right to begin because that's bypass. Let's take that back down. Get the mids going. Let's see how it sounds. I'm going to turn up the mids on the amp a little bit. Just to about like 10 o'clock. So, whether or not you like the mids boost on this pedal is going to depend a lot on how you like mids. So that's going into a digital amp. Probably not doing the most. So I am going to bring out the Arborist by Spruce Effects, plug that into the signal chain, and see how it compares. So stick with me. Alright, got the Arborist. Straight as I can get it for now. Y'all don't care, right? So this is my clean tone with the boost on. So volume all the way down. No mid-range boost on. Let's turn the Arborist on. Try check my levels. The bang. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so I can hear a big difference there. I have the gain on the arborist at noon, the tones at noon, and the volume's at 9-ish. Let's crank the gain and see how nasty we can get it. Yeah. And that's the magic of driving your medium overdrive pedals a little bit. All right, let's do the mid boost. Drop the tone on the arborist. Ooh, that's some weird noise. Crank everything. To do the same thing I did before. I've now tried the mids before the arborist. Let's try them after, because why not? Life is short. Let's have some fun. Eh? Alright. This might officially be the most parts I've ever recorded for a video. The most parts. Alright. This might officially be the most clips I've ever recorded for a video. So let's just get to it. Clean, clean. Well, dry, dry. Alright, let's turn the arborist on. Let's get everything but the volume at noon. So a little bit of gain going. And this is the boost after. All the way down, no mid, boost. So essentially just 12 decibels louder. Since it's not driving the arborist, you're not hearing a ton of differences. But let's toggle the mids back and forth. Well, that might be the shortest video clip I've done in a while. About 90 seconds on the mids after, but it's not the most like thrilling thing in the world, but it is something to experiment with. That's kind of the beauty of one of these mid-range boosters. And if you're not like about to put down the money on something like the Chase Bliss Preamp Mark II Automaton, where you can decide if you want to cut or boost the mids, if you want that before or after the preamp, this is a really good way to experiment with placing mids somewhere else in your chain or a boost somewhere else in your chain. And it is something I really recommend. Mids, scooping mids has been really trendy for a long time. People like their scoop mids. But when you're about to go in for a solo or you want to stand out in the mix, mids are pretty essential. So, I mean, try it out. It's, a pretty affordable price point to experiment with mids. If you don't like that, it works fantastically as a 12 decibel boost before or after your pedals. Boost pedals are the kind of thing you just really need to experiment with in your signal chain. Just ignore the rules. Try it out. Do you want to be louder than everything else? Then put it after your drive pedals. Do you want it to really increase that distortion or compensate for low output pickups? Then you might want it before those drive pedals. But yeah, see what works for you. Give it a shot. Check out the Ground Control Audio. If you want to try it out, there's a link in the description. You can buy it via my Reverb affiliate link. I do get a little bit of money back on that, so it's a way to support the channel if you are already looking to buy something. If not, like, comment, subscribe. That's also super duper helpful if you like the way that I do demos. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. I'm Emily. Goodbye.